Hello, my name is Andrew Nyamayar. I'm a solicitor at Italo Solicitors. On Monday this week, the 12th of May 2025, the government introduced a white paper on immigration. And I just want to speak about how it affects people and those who are affected, how they can take action to make sure that the proposals in the white paper are either not implemented, or if they're implemented in such a way that they will not be affected. So the categories of people that have been affected include international students, care workers and health and social care staff, employers, service users and vulnerable individuals, families of migrants. They've all been affected in different ways. International students have been affected in that they've been restricted on who can come as their dependents. They will be facing higher fees and possible limitation on their right to work after study, which at the moment is up to 30 months, but might be reduced to 18 months. And it might be hard for them to transition to skilled worker when they finish because of the salary threshold. Care workers have been impacted because there's been a loss of their rights under the youth and care visa. Some of the roles will not meet the thresholds of the salaries that they are supposed to earn, and most likely they will also bring in a shortage of staff in the future. Employers have been affected as well. There is a suggestion to increase costs on the employer, to increase the red tape on the employer. There's going to be operational and compliance um, challenges on the employers as well. Service users who are used to certain carers or certain companies might end up losing those carers and companies due to all these costs and hard and red tape that is being introduced. And families might will also be affected. So, how can this be dealt with? What can you do is the question. Number one, know your rights and seek advice. Book a consultation with someone who is regulated in the UK. It could be a solicitor and or a now called IAA advisor. Determine what needs to be done under the transitional arrangements, if there's going to be any transitional arrangements. Gather documents and apply early where possible. I encourage those ones who are already qualifying for settlement to apply early as soon as possible before the rules changes. And I also advise those ones who are qualifying for citizenship to apply as soon as possible before the rules changes as well. The waiting times for settlement, the waiting times for citizenship are likely to be increased, and now is the time for you to be able to apply before these changes come into place. Likewise, the life in the UK test is going to be changed as well. Most likely, the government is going to make it more difficult. And it is if you qualify to do the life in the UK test, because it at the moment it doesn't have an expiry date. So it's better for you to do your life in the UK test now than to wait when the changes come into place. You need to take action and need to take action before these changes are implemented. If you can bring your family over from abroad, if you've got a family outside, now is the time to do it before your dependents are going to be asked to write the English test, before the financial threshold is going to be increased, before any other changes are going to be implemented. If you are an employer, it is also important for you to engage and to make sure that your position as an employer is also protected. So, point number one, know your rights and seek advice. Whether you're an employer, you are a care worker, you are a student, or a family member, know your rights and seek advice. Number two, raise awareness and push for a change. This is quite important. Awareness has been raised by the government, and the government receiving media attention. It looks, because of the political situation at the moment, every party is taking a bite at the cherry of immigration. So you need to raise awareness and you need to push for change. Most parties, in my view, will not do much to help the immigrants. But nonetheless, if you're an immigrant or if you deal with immigrants, it is important for you to raise awareness and push for change and take action rather than to mourn and to cry without taking action, and you're just stuck in your place from things that are going to affect you. How do I take action? How do I raise awareness? This is very important. You need to do this, and it needs to be done as soon as possible. Number one, contact your MP, Member of Parliament. If you are a carer, if you are a student, if you're an employer, if you're a family member that is going to be affected, write to your local MP, contact them, explain your situation to them, share your story with them, and how these changes are going to impact on you. For example, if you are already qualifying for settlement under the 5-year route, and it's going to be changed anytime soon to be 10 years, share it with your MP. That is unfair. That is uncalled for. People that are already on the 5-year route should be given a transitional arrangement to continue on the 5-year route. Most people are now unsettled because of what is going to happen, because they do not know whether they are going to continue on the 5-year route or on the 10-year route. So raise this with your MPs, raise this with your neighbors, raise this with your community. Uh, d- Talk about it about on your social media. Talk about it wherever you can, whenever you can, so that it can be heard, and your voice can eventually reach the decision makers and those people that are in parliament, and hopefully to the home office. Number two, sign and share petitions. There are petitions that are there that have been started, or you can start your own on topics like the 5-year route, that it will not be changed for people that are already qualifying, or those people who came to the UK on anticipating that after 5 years they'll get their indefinite leave to remain, or for people that you've been affected one way or another if you're a student. So start a petition, support a petition, search for topics like immigration threshold or care worker visas and support those petitions. Engage media and journalists. And I know that there are journalists and media that would want to talk to you. Share your side of the story, how we are going to be affected. And you can get their contacts through their social media handles or their websites. You can always get in touch with them. Use your social media effectively. Use hashtags. I know a group of employers that have come up together and they've got a hashtag because their staff is going to be affected long term. They will not have staff, and they are going to face a long bill, or a rather a larger bill of salaries and compliance and red tape. So they've already started a campaign so that when these proposals in the white paper are being debated or discussed in parliament or are being dealt with the home office, their voice would be heard. They've got a hashtag that they've set up for May the 20th of 2025. And on their social media, they'll be having a hashtag. Join or support advocacy groups. There are a lot of advocacy groups that deal with immigration, that deal with employment law, that deal with human rights. Groups like JCWI, Migrant Voice, Liberty. Those can help you in terms of your immigration status. Extra tips for managing the transition. This is quite important, that you need to apply as soon as possible under the current rules. Get your English certificate, get your life in the UK certificate, apply for your settlement, apply for indefinite leave to remain. Bring your family over to the UK before these rules have been implemented. They can be implemented anytime. You need to take action. And you want to take action, Tanlo Solicitors is there to help you. Document your income and eligibility for financial visa applications. Keep written documents of sponsor and employer communications. Monitor trusted immigration news sources regularly. As law solicitors, we are always proper getting information about immigration and the other areas of law that we deal with, which are employment, wills, probate, business advice, and litigation. So you can always get information. My point to everyone today is take action, take action, take action. Don't just sit and mourn. If you are being affected, you are a carer, you came here on a 5-year route and it's going to be changed. What are you going to do about it? Take action. You are a family member, things are going to be changed. What you need to do is to take action. Because the government is taking action, please raise your voice so that you can be heard. That is my message to you, that you need to be heard and to take action. Support others, educate your community, student groups and religious organizations. Attend local events and information sessions. Help non-speaking English understand their rights. At the moment, people are getting the side of the government because they've got a larger section of the media that supports them and so forth. But as individuals, we can come up together. As individuals, can come up together. We can do petitions, do groups, start online things so that you can be heard and you are not just affected without necessarily defending your position or making your voice heard. There are some useful links that I've put in there, links for the Home Office, link for a group that is called the Free Movement that is frequently giving information for people for free on immigration and how to find your MP. Thank you so much. My name is Andrew Nyamaharo. I hope today you have learned a few things. Number one, don't just sit and put your head in the sand like an ostrich, hoping that things will pass away. Take action. Speak to your MPs. Speak to people in your community. Raise awareness. Number two, it doesn't matter if you're an employer, an employee, a student, or a family member. If you're affected or a sympathizer, if you're affected, help to take action because these things are going to be real. Without a voice opposing them or without a voice showing how people are impacted, because you're speaking of real lives, how people are impacted. If you're impacted in your real life, you need to raise this up. And I encourage you to do that. Fees are going to go up, things are going to be stricter, the requirements are going to go up as well. Certain routes are going to be removed. The visa is going to be removed. Thresholds are going to be raised up. So you need to take action and to make the government know that they're not dealing with people only. They're not just dealing with what are called immigrants. An immigrant is a person. An immigrant is a human being. It's just a label that is being put in, but people are people.